Hey guys, every week we have an extra episode over at Patreon, so go over there. By the time that we record the Patreon episodes, we've already done a full episode here, so then it's a lot more fun. We let a lot more things fly, so go over there. That's
patreon.com/FFpod. Come see us in Oklahoma. It'll be this week that you see it. Bricktown Comedy Club if you are a good girl and you live in OKC. Or if you live in Tulsa, we will also be in Tulsa on the 15th. Go watch our sketches. Check us out.
Check us out there. And we're at the Creek in the Cave every Wednesday, so start coming here.
Enjoy the episode with Durena and JJ Liberman.
I know exactly
This
where
is
it
the
is.
most American podcast there is. There better not be any fucking Canadians listening.
Yeah, dude. You fucking. We were number one in Kuwait for a while.
For a
Yeah.
while.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, dude. We had some troops really tuning in while they were fighting overseas.
And also we had it was fun when we did go number one in Kuwait. It was an episode called "Live from an ISIS Cave," and so we were like, they're doing research.
I thought Kuwait only has oil. Like they're only there protecting the oil in Kuwait.
Well, what they do is they go and they if you're in Kuwait for the most part, you're just kind of just on standby. It's kind of like
waiting
yeah,
to see
you're waiting
where we're
to
gonna
see, yeah.
shoot you out.
What's the Muslim country where we go in and fuck their women and leave?
All of them, I
think. I think. I don't really know.
I mean, Jesus.
I don't really know what's going on. And then Brandon's pulling up a list of Muslim countries on Google.
List of Muslim countries that we fuck their women.
All their
is the
flags look
question
the same.
exactly.
Speaking of, I do. Okay.
Oh wow,
so
there's so many. There's only a few we really get into the.
you really only hear about like the top 5.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, nobody gives like.
You got resources. We're after the resources.
Uzbekistan.
Yeah, any of that Central Asia type shit, they're big on that. Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, those guys like.
Oh, those are former USSRs, right?
I don't know if all of them.
Turkmenistan.
Yeah, look at these. Who even knew the Gambia?
You know,
when are we gonna go fucking invade the Gambia?
But for what? What are we gonna get out of invading Gambia?
I don't know. The same things we're in Syria and Libya for. No reason.
Yeah. For a good time. That's what we're there. We're there for a good time.
The Gambia sounds like a chapter of like a Game of Thrones show. The Gambia, yeah.
You're in you're in that. You guys you went on a video game rant yesterday.
What about what?
And you were talking about, or maybe it was a board game rant. You were asking the people in the
Dungeons Dragons.
It wasn't Dungeons. It wasn't Dungeons and Dragons. It was a deeper cut.
I do feel
like
Settlers of Catan.
Yeah, Settlers of Catan. You play video games? You're a video game guy?
Oh yeah, I'm a big video game guy. Yeah.
Settlers of Catan's not a video game.
No, it's a board game.
No, it is a board game.
I was making fun of them for playing board games because I could get the vibe. Yeah.
I can't fucking stand Settlers of Catan.
So
why?
Because so many of my friends want to play it. So I'm sober. I've been sober for a long time. And then when people don't do drugs and alcohol, they have to go, well, what are we going to do in our free time? And there's a certain population of people that I know who are sober who go, we play Settlers of Catan. And like when you used to like shoot heroin,
you're like, this is ass.
Yeah, like
just
stealing,
sucks.
like taking wheat from one of your friends on a board game just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
So, but they usually call it. They don't call it Settlers of Catan. Most people call it Catan.
Yeah.
Like, is that what Tony?
Lingo?
Well, isn't that what Tony made fun of? Because the whole beef, Hans and Rick.
Oh yeah,
and Hans was like, I invited him over to play Catan. It was
that's the thing. It's all for fucking autistic people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catan group chat in Austin that I'm a part of that Hans Kim heads and runs and invites people over, and it's only
this is real.
You guys,
It's like invite only. It's like a secret. It's almost
like
like
the
the
secret
secret show, except it's like rather than
big
like
break.
Red Band inviting you to bomb in his 3-hour-long comedy show. It's Hans and it's Hans inviting you over, and then you get to Hans's house and you're like, wow, these ceilings are a normal height for what we're doing. This is kind of inside baseball. I'm sorry, the people listening have no idea what I'm talking
watch
about.
Watch what was it, Giannis Pappas?
Yeah, dude. It's such a funny
dude.
Yeah,
it's so
so good, dude.
I heard, this is what I heard was that it wasn't unprovoked. I heard that it was, so what happened in the episode was Red Band made a comment about Giannis Pappas, like, oh, your relative's going to get bombed or something like that.
Oh, is that what it comes?
He like made a cut at him trying to make a joke, and Giannis was kind of like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then he turned it into just ripping the fucking sunset.
Yeah, well, Giannis is Greek, and I'm like, I date a Greek woman, and her sister got her master's degree in genocide and wrote a dissertation on the Greek genocide, which happened in like the early 1900s.
That's a real thing.
And you know what's crazy is I fake read the book.
Wait,
Because
no,
she was
wait.
like,
With
well,
the front flap.
no, so she like got the book. She like, so when I started dating my lady, she was like, my sister wrote this book, and I was like, oh, I'll for sure read it. And then I like fake folded pages in the corners. But I'm like, I'm on page 30 now. Look
Spilled
at me.
coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the thing where you put like tea on the pages so it looks old.
No, I did read it,
good.
Eleni, if you're listening.
That's
Where's the
so
camera at?
fucking funny, dude.
So
You're
the
like,
things that
right?
you do, like the things that people do to try to impress just
Pussy?
ladies in general. Yeah.
Dude, I've stopped doing all of that. I don't do any of that shit. I go take it or leave it. There's this one girl who I was banging, and she got like upset because I was like fucking a bunch of other chicks, and I wasn't fucking her. And she was like, "Well, you're not gonna fuck me anymore? What the fuck?" And then we like ended up fucking. And the next morning, she was like, "I'm sorry I did that. I was really drunk." And then she goes, "But I need you to like pay more attention to me. I need you to text me more." And I go, "No." And she goes like, this is crazy. Like, I've never been pursuing someone and been interested in someone and had them not pursue me back. And I went, welcome to the big leagues.
You got called up to the majors, kid.
Isn't it great when you get to a certain level of adult? I had something super similar recently where you can just go, this is what I'm willing to give.
That's it. These are the terms. This is the contract. Sign it or
I
don't give a fuck.
I'm
I had the
not on
same
that
thing.
level.
It was a girl I wasn't even having sex with because she lives in Florida, and she's like in a relationship with a woman, and she's like hitting me up all the time, and I like got to the point where she was like, I need you to pay more attention to me, and like I did the same thing where I was like, no. I was
You
like,
have a girlfriend.
first off, you're in a committed relationship, which the girlfriend knows about, whatever.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
how
yeah.
weird all that, whatever. And then she was like blowing me up all the time, and I was like, you live 1,500 miles away.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay more attention. Whatever. I'm sorry.
It's like this isn't even leading to instant puss.
Hold on.
There's no gratification out of this. It's
if you're a plane ride away, if you're more than a 30-minute car drive and you are like, give me more attention, it's probably gonna be a no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like let's send nudes bi-weekly. Let's do
Yeah,
that. There we
yes,
go. We're on that
yes.
schedule.
We were in Vegas, and I was opening up for Che. We're doing a club on the Strip, and someone who I had spoke to. What I do when I go to a city, I put an area. If I've been there before, I put the area code in my phone, and I see who comes up. And there was one.
Smart.
There was
That
one
is
who
smart,
came
yeah.
up, and it said
I write that down.
Heather Pill. Like everyone does that, right? You put something.
The
so I-
name, and then something
Yeah.
to remember them by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone busty, someone, I put like BBW busty, pill, IUD, right? Like I have
Yeah.
all these things so I know.
So she's on the pill.
So Heather Pill, I didn't know who she was.
Hilarious.
And I just text her. I'm like, hey, I'm back in town. How's it going? And then I realized who it is after we're in conversation. Turns out she's 90 miles away. She drove to meet me. I hadn't ever hooked up with her or anything. I just know
90
she was a
miles.
whore on the pill. And she drove, and right when she meets
That's all
me
you need.
in the Link Alley where the club was, it's this between hotels, there's this Link Promenade. She's like, goes to grab my hand and to walk, and I'm like, I don't do like this PDA stuff. And she's like, do we have a problem? And I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking do the PDA stuff. And she's like starting to get in my grill about it, like not close, but like, and I also don't fight, so I don't have arguments, and I don't do PDA. And she's like, well, there's a problem here. And I said, see you later. And
Boundaries.
just after after
Boundaries.
driving 90 miles. But yeah, I don't fight. I don't get in
Yeah.
relationships. I don't
No.
have time for fucking
So-
fighting.
No.
It's funny because it's funny because earlier we were talking about how we are a feminist podcast. And yeah, I think this is exactly it, because women want men who are healthy and have boundaries, until our boundaries are, I'm not paying attention to you unless you want to give me pussy. Oops.
Okay,
Yeah.
what I was saying this earlier with the pod we just did. I said this. It's like, you, as a dude, you need to understand that the value of your dick. You're like, you do like.
This is a thing people don't preach.
This is something people don't preach. I was seeing this girl. She was seeing other people. She had this guy who was like the boyfriend guy who would take her on dates and all this stuff. And she would keep seeing me because I would fuck her better than the other people she was seeing. That was my role.
Great.
But because she liked hanging out with me, she liked getting fucked by me, she started trying to ask for more things. She was like, I want you to like take me on dates. I want you to do this. I want you to. And I said, no, you have guys who will do that. Go get them to do it. And she's like, well, that like I want it from you. And I'm like, no, I'm dick guy. You're being fucking greedy right now because you have it from someone else, and I know I'm providing value already. I'm already giving you something you want, and you're asking for more shit? Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, dude.
You know, when I started getting
Dane.
into women, I had
Wait,
to.
Wait,
what
what was that?
Yeah. Well, what happened before you started getting
What was-
into women?
I was fucking guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait, are you like?
I just wanted to check.
So would you? You're on.
You're on the spectrum.
You're on the spectrum.
I'm
You're on.
not retarded. I'm just a faggot. I mean, I don't believe I should have rights, but I don't know.
So are you bisexual then?
No, I'm a fucking gay guy who likes pussy.
Yeah. Duh, Josh.
that-
Idiot.
There's no such thing
Aren't
as
we
bi
all,
for
dude?
guys. There's no. I don't believe in bisexuality. I don't think it's a real thing.
It's not Santa.
I don't. I just don't think. I don't really.
I think the science.
I don't
is there.
think. I don't think you can have something like with women, like where it's just such a high percentage of women are bi, then such a low percentage of men are bi. So either men aren't honest about it, or women are doing it for a social construct.
Bisexual women piss me the fuck off, and it's a certain kind. I dated a bisexual girl, right? She had been in relationships. She had brought women home to Thanksgiving. Like, I was like, you're bisexual. But I know so many goddamn girls who are like, I'm bisexual. They have a flag in their fucking Instagram bio. It's like their whole thing. And then they're like, I mean, I've kissed a girl when I'm drunk. I'm like, you're not fucking bisexual.
Dude, and I think the real gay chicks don't like that shit either.
Yeah, they're
I
stealing
know.
valor. They're
Yeah,
stealing valor.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's stolen
Yeah, it's
valor.
stealing
It is
valor. It's like,
stolen
yeah,
valor.
it's going to Wendy's with with
Speaking-
camis on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude.
you
you
guys
want-
have a discount for the 4 for $4?
Yeah.
I'll give you a
Bro.
great stolen valor story multiple times because I do work with veterans. We talked about this. I do comedy for veterans, and so I get some of the swag, like the WWP stuff. They send it to me. So I'm walking downtown, or I'm walking on Williamsburg, and I have a knapsack. This just happens to be a camo knapsack with the American flag on it, and I'm wearing the WWP World Warrior Project T-shirt. I go into coffee, and I grab the coffee. I'm like, hey, man, we love iced coffee, low cream. Gives me a coffee, and I go to pay. He's like, don't worry about it. I was like, this guy probably seen me do comedy.
This guy knows my work.
Yo, and then I realized I put my bag down, and I realized I'm wearing the gray T's W. I like, oh shit! But I didn't know what stolen valor was. So I'm
Yeah.
telling this story to our other good buddy Ryan Long. He's like, dude, that's stolen valor.
Yeah.
That's a federal offense, dude.
Federal
That's a felony, dude.
Here's
A
the
Canadian stealing valor in America, dude?
Crazy.
Do I have to
Fuck,
fight
dude, I
you?
forgot you're Canadian.
Do I have to fight you right now, dude?
Here's the best part. So then we're on the road. We're going to fucking Austin to Dallas, and we're in a car, or was it Austin? It was somewhere. Me, Ryan, and Sean Riley, the comic. He's driving, and we go into like another gas station thing like that. Ryan goes pays for his stuff. Sean goes pays for his stuff. And I'm just I get the iced coffee, and the chick said, and I'm wearing WWP stuff. She's like, nah, that's nah. So I walk out, and they're like, this fucking piece of shit, we're gonna rat you out. You're going to jail.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's I mean,
so
right
funny,
now
dude.
today it's November 10th when we're filming. It's the
Yeah,
Marine Corps. It's the Marine Corps' birthday. Tomorrow, the 11th, is Veterans Day.
Yeah.
I fucking dude, I love Veterans Day. I'll go because I was in the Marines, so I'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings, get a free fucking 6 wings, go to Applebee's, go get a 2 for $20, go to fucking Chili's, go get a free margarita.
Do you
Dude,
know
good
who
for
else
you.
is getting fucking free wings tomorrow? JJ Lieberman.
This fucking
Fuck yeah.
Canuck over here.
Yeah, well, we live with
Fucking-
yeah, dude. I mean, our house is we have a
I'm
land with
fucking limping in there too.
yeah.
I got. They're
Commit
like,
to the
"Oh."
bit, dude.
Oh my
They're
God.
like, "Oh, you're limping." I'm like, "Yeah, I
I
fucking
one time
banged my knee this
my
morning."
favorite
Yeah.
military story that I have is one time I was trying to do like those military homecoming videos, you know, when they surprise people.
Yeah.
And I like didn't want anybody in my family to know, so I booked a flight privately. I went and like, you know, like contacted my friends, arranged everything. I got there and my parents went on vacation that week.
No.
So I just showed up and I was just in Iowa. I was just in
Dude.
Mason City, Iowa, home by myself.
That sucks.
They took my
dude.
dog too, so I was just like
Nobody.
I
Nobody.
just,
No
I just
one
play
was home.
RuneScape for 2
He
weeks
just
straight.
walked in with his phone recording, like, I'm home.
Yeah.
Nobody's there.
I was like, oh, it's a
Empty.
surprise.
Dude, but playing RuneScape by yourself is fucking sick. Though.
Dude, I love Rune.
That
You play
would be-
RuneScape?
No, but just my favorite thing to do when I'm chilling is like I don't want like if I take time off and go visit family, I'm like that's not relaxing.
Yeah, yeah.
Relaxing to me is no one's fucking there. I'm in my bed by myself. I'm doing a 3-thing system. I call it the triangle of disgustingness. You got 3 points on the triangle. 1 point is food, 1 point is entertainment, another point is jerking off. Just like and you jerk, you eat, you play video games, you eat, you jerk, and you just do that for fucking 24 to 36 to 48 hours.
Just in a dungeon.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah,
beautiful
dude.
thing.
Oh,
And you
it's
kind of
amazing.
need all 3 of them. It's like, you know, it's like a stool. Without one of the legs, it can't
It
stand.
falls
You
Yeah,
over.
it's the Holy Trinity.
You can't
dude.
just eat and play
Exactly.
video games. Then you're a loser. But
Yeah.
then you jerk off, and somehow adding that 3rd thing in makes it relaxing.
Makes it
As
so
long as
much
you're not
better.
doing, as long as there's not a Venn diagram, as long as you're not jerking off to the video games, because that's when I think that
Oh,
shit's
yeah,
weird.
Yeah,
That's a good
crazy.
point.
I think
Yeah.
that-
Or
I think-
jerking off to the food.
Or jerking off to the food.
Food,
you jerk off into the
there
food.
is
Yeah.
there is food porn. There's not video game porn. Well, maybe there
Oh,
is.
There's
too.
video game. There's a ton of
Oh,
videos.
there is 100%. You never been on
then
Pornhub?
Go to
And then there's,
Overwatch
like,
porn right now.
No, I meant like food
Overwatch
porn. Yeah.
and shut the cameras off. Actually,
There's definitely like, and like I always see like animated like porn whenever I'm on Pornhub. Like it's one always sneaks into that page.
yeah, it's always
Yeah, I
like,
guess that's
watch
where you
this.
just look up MILF
Yeah, dude,
and
look
it's
at
like,
that, dude.
yeah.
You know, she's got some cake.
Oh, I
It'll-
guess you are
dude.
right.
You'll look up something like totally normal,
Well-
like stepson fucks his real mom or whatever, and
Yeah.
then it'll just be like, do you want to watch a tiny
Stepson
dick
fucks his
guy
real mom.
fuck his? Yeah, listen. And then it'll just be like an animated thing of like big dick midget fucks dragon who's 200 feet tall, and it's just the weirdest shit you've ever come to in your
Yeah.
life.
Well, that's I wonder how you get to a point where you're like, I'm going to watch animated.
Oh, I jerk off to anime porn all the
You
time.
do?
Do you
Oh,
really?
all
Really?
the time.
How do
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Okay, so like,
I would say it's like probably 20% of the porn I watch.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, 20%.
1
Is-
out of 10. That's crazy.
But I-
Or 2
Oh,
out of
parodies.
10.
But my
actually
thing
hot.
is like I'll watch this stuff very rarely. That's like the 3D animated or even like hentai. I'll watch that very rarely. What I like to do is I read my hentai. Like it's like it has to
dude,
be
you
like
slow stroke while you read, dude.
Wow.
it has to be because
Yeah, you can't go.
well, it's all digital, so you're just swiping. You're just swiping.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
read
yeah.
a story.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not just the story. It's like when you're watching animated stuff, it's like one frame over and over and over again, and so that takes me out of it. Like you're seeing just the same
Right.
like penetration frame.
It's almost
And-
like a GIF.
Exactly, and so that takes me out of it. But like when I read it, you just have like
Holy
you're getting the
shit,
story
yeah, yeah.
progressing, all this stuff. Yeah,
Wow,
dude.
dude.
It's
Oh,
so funny
yeah.
that just above us right now is just
I love
loaded.
hentai. Hentai fucking
so-
rules, dude.
It's also crazy that like
I'm
you're
getting
talking
bricked up. I'm
you're-
not fucking around. I'll
you're-
jerk off right now.
I was about to say, like, you're like somehow making yourself seem smarter than us just describing how you jerk off,
Yeah,
which
dude.
is crazy.
Dude, if a video game's really good and I'm like, oh, this character's hot, I'll fucking Google Rule 34 and then fucking boom.
And
And
it's
You-
in
read
then
there.
a
there's a
story
name.
about them.
Oh, you don't have to read a story about them. You'll just find like
Wow.
really talented artists that have
Wow.
shown them get fucked in every which way.
The
I-
last time I jerked off to like literature was when I was in rehab, and it gets bad there, dude.
Really?
It
Yeah.
gets, dude. You jerk off to anything. I'm like trying to hit on like 60-year-old nurses who are like taking my blood, testing it for hepatitis. Like it's like
Yeah.
it's crazy to spit game while they're like, you are clear of Hep C. I'm like, all right.
Are
nice.
you not allowed to bring porn into rehab?
No, dude.
What?
So you don't have your phone, at least for like the inpatient.
No
portion.
coffee.
No phone. They do have coffee, but no. Yeah. So like, there was a point where they took us out to get haircuts, and there were magazines, and there was like it was like a J.C. Penney catalog.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like now everybody's like body positive. So it's like thick women in like the least sexy lingerie you've ever had. And I was like slowly like ripping the pages out really quietly. And then I took those back, and then you have that. It does kind of almost become like prison. You're like trading it for cigarettes.
Your rock
Crazy.
bottom is not the heroin; it's having to jerk off to fat bitches.
Jacking off to a girl named Beatrice.
Yeah, in a bathroom of a room that has 5 other men in it. Yeah,
With no doors on the stalls.
there are doors on the bathrooms.
Oh,
Yes, they
thank
don't
God.
lock though.
They don't
Yeah.
lock.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
well, I mean, being in the military, obviously, you're separated from like everything, and so it caused me to. I mean, I've jacked off in the craziest places because.
But
of the
I heard
military.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of gay shit in the military.
Yeah, it's the military.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
A lot of gay
Dude,
shit.
I've jacked off because of the military. I jacked off in like porta potties. I've jacked off in open stall doors. I've jacked off in showers that are just open, like
Yeah.
because it's
A
just like
tank? You've
I've jacked off in a tank.
That's
Oh,
cool
wow.
though.
Yeah, I
That's
jacked off in a
cool.
tank.
Cool, yeah.
So you
That's
know it's
probably
fun.
the coolest.
That's
Yeah, they're-
America.
So yeah, so the
Yeah.
tanks. So we would do this thing because the turret of the AAV, which I was with AAVs, it's like a tank that goes in the water.
Oh,
so
sick.
the turret, it's like a 360 turret, but when you spin it at like a certain degree, if you're going straight like at a 90, if you want the weapons pointed at like a 90-degree angle, what it does is it spins, and the seat that you're in blocks the entry view of like the back hatch area.
Yeah.
So like when you're in like the cargo area where the troops sit, if you spin it 100 or if you spin it 90 degrees, it completely like shuts off. People can't see in there.
Oh,
so you would jack off in the turret with the weapon systems, but you could always tell when other vehicles were jacking off because it'd be like 3 a.m. and you
And
would
so,
just
like,
see all the tanks at 90 degrees, and you'd be like, "They're getting one in, dude."
That's
You do like a comm check
crazy,
on them.
dude.
You're like, "Yeah,
Jerking off.
201 radio check over."
That's
Dude, how many? You have confirmed kills?
7? No.
No.
Oh no.
No, dude, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything cool. Like, I mean, I did stuff cool.
You were in a
jerked
tank,
off
isn't
in
it?
a
I jerked off in
fucking tank.
I drove a
Yeah.
tank drunk once too. My first time in the.
That's sick.
So the first
So
time.
what were you, an engineer to?
No, I was just a crewman. So I was an AAV crewman. I was also a crew chief. So I like controlled the vehicles.
They teach you how to drive it.
Yeah. I know how to. I
Sick.
knew how to drive it. I knew how to. I knew how to do it. Like pretty much everything in it. Drive it, repair it, whatever.
Is there a specific guy who's a machine? My buddy was a machine gunner in Ramadi.
Yes.
In
yeah.
a tank, is there a machine gunner?
Yeah, so there's the crew chief who operates the weapon system. He's the
Yeah.
guy who like has like we had like 50 cals and Mark 19s, which are like
Oh,
automatic grenade
fuck yeah.
launchers. And so that's like when you're the crew chief, you operate those weapon systems. I did that role for a while. The driving's way more fun. Like when I drove, yeah, that's them right there.
How does it look? Can we get a YouTube thing from? Because I watched. This is my loser thing. I don't think I've ever told anything. I watch planes land and take off all the time on YouTube.
Dude, you are on the spectrum.
Dude.
Fuck.
You know what someone said about you once? They were like, JJ isn't like, they're like, everyone's like, JJ's crazy, you do crazy stuff. They're like, no, JJ, a higher power speaks through him. That is the only way to explain JJ's mentality. Is that it's actually a god that uses you as a conduit.
I wish.
You're a vessel.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
my first day in the so they call it going to the field when you go train. You're out in the
Yeah, of
middle
course.
of nowhere.
That's everywhere.
Yeah,
Everything.
yeah.
It's not just fucking the army
And
or marine.
so we were out in the field, and it's like my first time
Awesome.
out in the field, and I'm getting like hazed with alcohol. That's like a huge thing that they do.
They're just
And
like making you get stupid
yeah,
drunk.
this dude just comes up to me. My unit, one of the guys, my unit had just came back from Afghanistan, so they were all like rock hard, fucking like, I'm gonna fuck you up type dudes.
Yeah.
And I get woken up at like I don't know, like 1 a.m. and they like this guy wakes me up and he hands me a flask and he's like, you have to down this, and it's just Captain Morgan, and it's like, I mean, which is fine, but when you're drinking it at 1 a.m. and you're just in the middle of nowhere, so I kill it, and then I have to go on, and then there's like it's like me and the other 3 new guys that I'm with, and they make all of us do that, and then I'm supposed to like just go lay back. Like the whole thing is I'm supposed to go lay back down and then get woken up in an hour and be like on fire watch, and then they were gonna make me do push-ups and all this crazy shit. And so I get woken up, get drunk, then unbeknownst to the people who were like hazing me, we had to do night operations. So I have to like then I'm hammered. I have to put on like our NVGs, like our night vision goggles, and then drive the tank. So
Fucking
I was driving
awesome.
the AAVs
that's
drunk as shit with night vision goggles,
so
dude. I was
fucking American,
whipping that
dude.
shit, dude. Fucking
we-
going
Holy
90.
shit.
Is there an
You just have
AAV?
Chief Keef on.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
fucking.
Damn,
Is there an
dude.
Pass me
AAV
the blunt.
on YouTube, like in the perspective, the POV of the guy driving it?
God, dude, you are
yeah, dude,
Oh,
you
yeah,
are
this is
artistic.
great.
Yeah, there definitely are. There's videos of.
He's like, also, did they sell a Lego set that I can build
Yeah.
of an
So
AAV
the
possibly?
AAV just holds more guys compared to the
Yeah.
other.
So what it is it goes ship to shore. So it's like, have you ever seen Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah.
You know the scene where they're like the beach landing where they're like 30 seconds and then they drive and then they
Okay.
just drop the thing. That's what that is.
So other
It's the modern version of it.
Okay, so other tanks are most other tanks are only for land.
Well, this technically isn't even a tank. This is a
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
it looks
it's-
different.
Yeah, so it's a light armored vehicle.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's not like
But it has guns and shit on
yeah,
it.
it's a machine gun nest that's maneuverable.
Can that take as much of an impact as like
No.
no, it
Dude, it's-
can't.
The whole the bottom part of that is aluminum.
and it's just
Oh,
powered by
shit.
diesel.
And
It's
powered
basically
by
just like a
diesel.
firebomb.
Yeah, it's just you're waiting.
This is awesome. But the other tanks, like
Like an
other-
Abrams.
yeah, they can go over IUDs and stuff.
Yeah, this thing
IED,
can't.
IED.
IUDs. I mean, you
Yeah.
could probably go over an IUD with that thing
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Probably,
Nobody's
dude.
getting.
That's funny.
So they, it can go over. That can't go over an IUD, but others can.
I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure if I honestly can't speak on whether or not a fucking Abram can. I don't think anything can really, depending on the IED.
What's the wildest shit you guys are running right now? Like you guys got stealth bombers and all that
I
kind
have
of shit.
no idea, dude. I'm so out of
Yeah,
the
you haven't
loop.
been in it
I'll
in a
just
while,
randomly
dude.
get what happens to me is because I have like some people who follow me that are like military dudes. I'll just randomly get people being like, "Here's a video of me in Syria," and I'm like, "Yo."
here's
Sick.
GoPro footage of me capping the enemy.
Yeah, here's
Yeah.
videos.
Every
of that.
dude, we'll be sitting at the house and I'll just hear a video. It's like, and I'm like, "Are you watching war videos again?" He's like, "Yeah, this guy just killed like 4 people." I'm like, "Dude, we gotta stop. You are not mentally sound
Yeah.
enough to
Lot
watch
of-
real life
Yeah, I
murder."
have real bad anxiety.
Lot of people
Not
are
from that,
filming it. Like that was the thing with Ukraine
it's
and
huge.
Russia. Is
Yeah?
there's a lot of combat footage.
Well, have you seen the videos? They do this in the Ukraine right now. There's videos. They're putting cameras on drones. And then putting grenades on the fucking drones, and you can just watch them drop a grenade into like a fighting hole, like a foxhole,
And then
just
just
blows up.
boom.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, there was a video of them doing
human
it. And
bodies
two dudes
just
were there was a video of 2 dudes sucking each other off. Have you seen that?
No!
Dude, there's a
Wow,
video.
send that my
yeah, dude, look that
way.
up. There's a video of 2
Yo.
dudes. They're in a fighting
Fuck
hole.
yeah.
One of them's getting head from the other one.
Which
And then
one?
a grenade drops on top of it and they explodes.
Oh
It's
my
not even. It's not even
God.
the enemy killing them. It's their own.
Yeah, dude.
No
it's-
gauge
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, the Russian
It was
propaganda.
God.
dude.
Was it Russia?
Yeah, it was
Yo,
Russian dudes.
Russian
dudes just
soldiers
blowing
are
each
It
other
was
up.
hot.
2 Russian dudes, and then Putin found out and
Yeah,
was like,
dude.
"Go blow those motherfuckers up. I know
Yeah.
they're ours. Get them out of
They're
here."
tricking
Dude.
them.
Hilarious.
Yo,
man.
That's such a fucking funny way to die.
Dude,
Like-
yeah, dude.
They're
Getting
just
topped off and then
sucking
Dude,
each
because what
other off?
they drop the grenade, you blow up. Immediately, both of you pop in at the pearly gates. His cock's still in his mouth, and they're like, "Straight to hell!"
get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Russian soldier bonding, mature content.
oh,
Fuck
please.
Yeah,
yes.
I like
Who's
mature
filming
content.
this though
Dude,
too?
Reddit's the
The
best.
drone.
The drone.
Yeah, the drone
Please,
is,
please
dude.
make
The
this big.
drone.
Please make
Oh,
this big.
God,
Oh God, I gotta see this. I got.
Slow as shit, so just give me a second.
I like this is what
Oh,
a
that's
good
that
day.
right there.
I
Oh,
yo.
oh my God, bro.
Yeah,
Oh.
dude.
And we can
Look at him,
probably
he's
show this too, because you can't really see.
Yeah, and he's
anything.
grabbing the top of that head too. He's giving him the throat goat right there.
Yeah, dude.
Holy shit,
That's
dude.
honestly
that is so funny,
fucking
bro.
And then watch
R.I.P. to
this,
a
dude.
legend.
Just wait.
That's got to be a super exciting place. to be. Holy shit!
Does it show the explosion?
Yeah. No, I don't think he comes.
Oh,
I think he dies before he comes.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude,
Damn,
that's
dude.
fucking crazy. Like you just
what
see
a-
that thing, you're like, oh fuck.
What a fucking asshole thing
Oh,
to
dude.
do.
It was right. It lands right on. Boom. Oh, fuck.
Wait,
yeah,
can you
you
s-
can
can
see
you
the
s-
explosion. Yeah, you can see the explosion.
No, I want to see the death.
Oh my
see that
God,
part.
dude. Right.
I mean, direct hit.
Boom. Yeah. of course.
Oh.
Dude, his
Yeah.
dick is in his mouth for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Did both die or
I imagine you clinch if you get blown up.
how
Yeah,
come
I
it
imagine
wasn't
that.
how come it wasn't a bigger
Wow.
how come it was such a small
Well, you only got so much firepower, right? You can't spend too much on dropping drones like that. Or
Oh,
dropping
Yeah,
so-
you can't spend it too
so
much
that's
on
like a
killing
very
homos.
like direct that's like a direct hit kind of thing.
Yeah. They're getting
That was a targeted attack.
you. Yeah.
Wow.
It is fun, dude. Imagine being the guy like operating the drone, and you're like, "There's
What?
no fucking way."
Yeah, dude.
Well, isn't there one? There's like I think it's Afghanistan footage where the guy's like a sniper's looking at this guy and he's like, he's fucking a goat, and they're like watching him fuck a goat, and he's like, "What?"
probably.
He's like, "What do you want me? What did I do?" Like, take him out.
they're like,
It's like this guy.
Yeah,
it's
they
like, is
kill
he
him.
an insurgent? Is he an enemy?
The-
No, but he is fucking a goat. They're like, yeah, get rid of
my
this.
they're
guy.
like,
Yeah.
listen, Geneva Convention, you have to let him finish, and
Yeah.
then
Gotta
Yeah.
let him jizz, dude. Gotta let him jizz. Yeah, see if you can find guy fucks goat scene Iraq.
Was
sniper or
there a
something.
lot of whispers around the gays in the would it get around? Would people say
No, I think most of, I mean, the people that I knew that were gay in the military were like clearly gay.
Yeah, they're
Really?
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
But
Because
no,
it's not like the early 2000s anymore. You
Yeah,
can be
yeah.
gay.
yeah.
I mean, you can be in the Navy.
Yeah.
What am I doing, bits
little
right now,
insight.
dude? What is
Okay,
this,
do
a
we have-
podcast?
Yeah, it is so funny. How
Why
you
is
guys,
that a thing? Why is like the Navy considered gay?
I think
Because
it's
they're
just-
out at sea for so
Yeah.
long.
Oh,
that
there's
a
no
thing called
women.
confined space.
So there's a thing when you're gone for like when you're away from them. It's kind of the thing that he was talking about with rehab, but when
Yeah.
like in the Marine or in the military, when you're gone, when you're out in the middle of like nowhere for like months on end, it's like you get deployment goggles, we call them.
Yeah.
So you'll just
Yeah.
see the first lady you see,
Yeah, we
you're
have
like,
free-
yo.
Oh yeah, you're like,
is there a
"Alright,
lot of
oh."
whores in the
Yeah,
military?
dude, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Thailand was like, I mean, it's the craziest place. Have you ever
You
been?
did
Have you guys been to?
Thailand?
Have you guys been to like Pattaya City by chance on like a thing?
No.
Pattaya.
That's what we're
just
talking about, yeah.
Yeah,
I
dude.
said Pattaya.
Oh yeah, Pattaya, dude. It's nuts.
It's
We
just
gotta
like
go
wall to
in a
wall
second.
horrors.
Dude,
Explain
it's-
Pattaya though.
it's like Las Vegas if there was no rules.
So I
and
said-
everything was $4. it's like, dude.
And all of the women have penises.
Yeah, and all the women were men.
so it
Sick.
but a lot of so I was saying so I watched the videos of Pattaya and I watch them on YouTube. You can
It's
go
just
to
called
YouTube.
transport, right?
Yeah, and
that's the way.
But it's
That's
a
what he's
lot-
like, I watch videos
it's
of
a lot of
Pattaya.
it's a lot of older white guys, right? Like
Yeah,
who are
dude.
into that.
Well, it's actually. You see a lot of people from everywhere. When we were there was a bunch of rich Saudi dudes walking around. That were like, yeah, just
Really?
like owning people, just like
Jesus.
not
Yeah.
chill at all. Like,
Yeah, they were like, what? Like, be like, oh, what? It's however free.
however much for you for the day.
And
and,
you-
I'll just buy you.
yeah,
for
I'll
the
just
day.
buy you. For
and
the
you
day.
guys are
Yeah.
patrolling
Jesus.
Pattaya.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Me and the boys had backup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
No, we just went there for like a little like a little vacation basically.
Is this the one with the guy
Is this
fucking the goat?
Is this the goat vid?
Is this the one?
But it's like
I think this looks right.
130. It's a longer video. I'm trying to fast forward and find this.
This looks
Dude.
right. This looks right.
dude?
oh, he's
Yeah.
walking up to the goat. Oh,
Yeah. He's-
Oh no.
You
oh,
got him.
yeah.
Well,
got
what's
it.
the goat wearing?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, there he is. And there's
Yeah.
another guy watching.
Yeah, well, you gotta have a lookout.
He's on fire watch.
Dude, imagine like being a cuck would be one thing, but imagine being like, I want to watch you fuck my goat.
Oh yeah. Like, oh.
a goat cuck.
Yo, That's
This guy's like-
crazy.
Do they fuck? Okay, this is maybe a dumb question. They're fucking the pussy, right? Or are they fucking the goat's butthole?
I don't know, dude. I mean, if it's
What's
a guy
cleaner?
goat, I guess they're fucking the butthole.
Yes.
Like,
Well, I mean, yeah.
I
Like,
think
I-
they should,
I-
I think they just fuck
What if
the ass.
goat pussy goes crazy?
I mean, maybe it does.
There
Maybe
might
these
be a
guys,
reason,
these
dude.
guys are enlightened potentially.
Yeah.
They're like,
Let me tell you
yeah,
something.
you just don't
If-
understand.
Yeah, it's the enlightenment era.
Even for me, that's disgusting. We got to wrap in 2 minutes.
We got to wrap in two.
Um,
Okay,
yeah.
let's see this guy get blown away though. I want to see this
yeah, I
dude
want to see
fucking
this guy
die.
get blown away. And then speaking of animals, I do want to ask Che just right before
Yes.
we get out. We have a question that we like to ask. It's usually pretty controversial. I do want to see.
Well, there's a bunch of dudes just watching him fuck this
Yeah,
goat.
man. There's like
Oh,
a
this
whole-
goat's
There's
really
too
getting
many,
3
dude.
dudes all just hanging around, and the goat's just getting it. He's like, bah.
Dude.
Wow, this goat's a real fucking whore, man.
Yeah. I guess they just fucking.
I guess they just watch it happen, which
Yeah.
is even weirder.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're justifying it with blaming Israel, right?
Okay, what's this question?
Oh, so what's the probably like the strongest animal you think you could beat in a fight?
Oh, okay. I think I had this conversation the other day, and I think I said kangaroo. Like,
So that's what I thought.
That's his
Yeah.
answer.
That's what I thought. Turns
kangaroos
out,
can fuck you
kangaroos are
up.
6'5" and 280 pounds.
Kangaroos are like LeBron James.
They're
No,
LeBron
not only
James.
that, they can fight.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got.
they
Have you
kick.
seen? Have
Yeah.
you seen like a kangaroo flex? Pull up a kangaroo flex.
Yeah, dude, they can be anywhere from 3 to 8 feet.
okay, so I guess like I'm thinking.
Look at this, dude. Look at this fucking roided up kangaroo right there.
Yeah, no, a big guy I couldn't take. I think if I found like a 5-footer, I think I could take it.
What about I think for me it's most birds.
most?
The-
Oh yeah,
most birds. Like a falcon I could fuck up.
Oh, a falcon I could kill. And
Yeah.
almost any bird. Like,
They're
but
actually cute too.
once you get into emus and shit like that, no, not
Yeah.
fucking killing
Once you
that.
start getting
What
to
about? So I think I could take like one wolf.
A wolf.
a wolf?
I
One.
really do. Yeah.
Dude, one maybe. Yeah, you will get. The thing is, because you just have to win the fight. You don't have to be like unscathed.
Yeah,
No,
and you
that's
can
a-
fight dirty too. You
You
can
have
bite.
to
You can
serve
bite it.
275
You can
pounds.
piss on it.
Yeah,
whatever
dude.
you got to do, dude.
Yeah, there's no chance. You get your fucking.
275 pounds of
Yeah,
force.
no,
There's
that,
no chance.
Yeah,
Not
no,
a
this thing would
chance.
fucking whoop my ass.
Yeah.
Their bite is as strong as a grizzly bear, and that's as strong as Francis Ngannou's punch.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you'd be up.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
I-
Let's go.
look at this
smaller.
motherfucker standing on its tail too.
Yeah, they stand
God
on their
dang,
tails, which is
dude.
nuts.
I mean, like most marine things, I think I could fuck up. Most fish, like I think I could beat the shit. Like it's like maybe how am I fighting it? Like it has to be like some sort of like equal.
No, that's good because if you're fighting, you could beat
Dude,
a
if you're
shark
fighting,
up on
if you're
land.
fighting a fish in water, you're
Yeah.
fucked, man.
But I'm thinking like, am I fighting it on some sort of like equal territory? Where like, am I in like knee high water? So I can move
Yes.
around and the fish is like moving
If you're
around.
fighting an aqua animal, you're in knee height water.
Yeah, I think I could take almost any octopus. I think I could take. Yeah, like.
I think,
I bet
dude,
an
I think an octopus would fuck you up.
Yeah, I
They're
think-
aliens,
I do
dude.
Dude,
too.
I think
Yeah.
I fuck it up. I think I fuck it
What
up.
do you?
I
But how
think-
do you combat? There's 8 things wrapping you up.
It wraps around you, but once you got me, I got you too. So I'm like, and they have like those like siphons. You just reach in there and you're just like rip them apart. I rip them from the inside out.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
I think
yeah.
you're getting fucked. I think
Yeah,
you're
I
getting
think you-
inked.
Yeah.
Oh no, but the ink doesn't do anything.
What about okay, so an octopus?
An octopus? I think it could. If we're-
Dolphin?
You don't think you could take like a shark though?
No,
Right?
no,
No, the shark you can because you could fucking punch it in the nose. That's
Yeah.
how you get.
That's
You've
a wise
been-
tale, though.
Yeah, dude, you've
There's
been.
a-
That's
it's
like
not.
some,
You've
that's
been
something that like somebody who wants you to die says to you. Like if a shark attacks you,
What
punch
are
it in
the
the nose.
odds?
It's
You're-
just like
I
you're
mean,
gonna get
listen,
fucked
I mean,
up.
you.
I don't know how lethal your
Did you-
hands are, but if a shark's fucking swimming around, what are the odds you're just like, right? The
Yeah.
fucking,
Dude, well, have you seen that thing about the girl who lived with a dolphin and was like trying to communicate with the dolphin,
Jerking
and
off,
she
yeah.
started jerking, and she fell in love with this dolphin?
She fell in love. That's
yeah,
part of it.
they took like acid together. Like she dropped acid, and she was dropping acid with the dolphin.
I thought the acid was part of the
the whole
experiment.
Yeah, the whole experiment was like she lived with this. They flooded a house, and then she like took acid. They fed her and the dolphin LSD, and then she like was so twacked out she like fell in love with the dolphin, started like jacking it off.
Well, I thought she was jacking it off. They got her to jack it off because they were like the dolphin was really like antsy, and they're like, try jacking it off and see if he calms down, and then he didn't.
and then it turns out he fell in love.
Look at this.
Oh yeah, look at this guy coming at you.
Great white shark approaching a diver.
sharks
They don't
are-
have great black sharks because they can't swim.
sharks are one of my.
Come on, what am I
biggest
doing,
fears.
dude? Bits in here?
Take the nose and push it down.
Yeah,
Oh,
she just
wow.
kind of pushed it away. Wow.
I think land animals, I go deer. Lady deer, I could beat the shit out of
Lady
that.
deer, yeah, like a
Beat-
doe.
Yeah.
Do re mi,
Fuck.
bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do
And
re mi fa
I go
sol
for an
la ti do.
herbivore. Yeah.
All right,
or we got a
listen.
jet.
All right, yes.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah,
What
yeah.
do we? What,
Pleasure having
yes,
you guys.
thank you guys so much for coming.
Sorry about doing that. Just sounded fucking
Dude,
crazy
yeah,
schedule.
It's okay. You guys are busy guys.
We're busy,
Do you
dude.
guys have
I
anything
get
that
it.
you want to plug for our 1,000 listeners?
If you want to find me on any
Quick
platforms
flex.
at Chedurena, CHEDURENA, Chedurena.com for all tour dates. Me and JJ are going to be at the Wilbur in Boston, January
Oh,
12th,
that's sick.
2024.
JJ Lieberman live. Sorry, I cut that out.
No, you're good. You're
Yeah,
good.
JJ Lieberman live. Also, too, we're back in January, I think. So we should do like
Yeah,
dude.
100%.
Let's
I
get
actually,
together, bro.
I find that stuff fascinating. Again, the military stuff.
Oh yeah, we can go into it
Oh,
next time you
dude.
guys are in town, boys.
we can stroll around and get free coffees and shit.
Well, yeah, we
too.
can.
We'll
Yeah,
all
we can
just
go.
rip
Yeah,
the
if you want to
tees.
break out that backpack, dude, we can get some free fucking
Yeah.
Dude,
free coffees.
Tomorrow, Veterans Day, Saturday, November 11th.
Saturday, November
Stolen
11th.
Valor, baby.
Never forget.
Stolen
All right.
Valor Day.
All right,
boys.
fellas.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Hey,
this is because the green room. This is cooler
we're
than
here
the
at
green
the,
room,
the
dude.
Creek in the Cave. for
Creek in the
anybody.
Cave, dude. We have the Wednesday show here. If you're listening, come out to Austin. We have every Wednesday. We're doing Comedians on the Rise, huh? Totally our name that we had to come up with after some
Yeah.
local drama, dude. Local
Not-
drama.
No, it's not even
not
local,
drama.
bro. We're not even.
Yeah,
in
we're
there
international
anymore,
now.
bro. I miss Florida. Do you miss Florida?
No, I miss my dogs.
You don't miss Florida at all?
I miss my dogs and I miss my girlfriend and her family.
Yeah, I mean, you had nothing there.
Yeah, dude. I was there for 2 years. I was there for a layover, dude.
Were you there for 2 years?
Almost. I moved
Whoa.
in December of 2021.
Yo, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Because we've been doing this. This is the 86th episode, and every week we've only missed 1 week. So
I really
87
think this is the 85th episode.
No, you're wrong.
Okay.
Fucking fight me. I think with
Alright,
the yeah.
dude.
I mean, I don't know. Whatever I said, but we've only missed So it's been 2 years since we've met.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Damn, dude.
first time I met you again, trying to convince me herpes wasn't bad.
I stand
Or
by.
AIDS. AIDS
no,
wasn't bad.
No,
What is the argument again?
AIDS is not. And listen, if you're a longtime Triple F listener, you know this argument. I stand by it. It's not AIDS. AIDS is bad. But AIDS is like not even really like a thing anymore because herpes is so not a big deal. Or not herpes, HIV. So the argument,
Again.
it's not even an argument. And listen, I'm sorry if you've already heard this. It's just something I'm passionate about as somebody who understands science.
Somebody who has HIV.
As somebody who has HIV. Oh yeah, we did this recently.
We did just do this.
We
You're
did
right.
the-
No,
yeah,
you're
let's
right.
not
You're
do
right.
this.
No,
We
we don't
did
have to
this-
do this whole
Something
thing
about Austin really brings it out where I'm like,
yeah, there's a lot of
wanna
fucking
talk about-
herpaderp down here.
Is there, you think?
Nah, no, probably not. Well, no, there's, dude, Texas, UT's right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's probably
that's
herpes
true.
everywhere.
I find Austin weird.
Cities with the most cases of herpes, New Orleans. yeah, that checks out.
Dude, that makes so much. New Orleans
Dude,
is the
dude.
U.S. city with the highest prevalence of
I
genital
hate New
herpes.
Orleans.
Dude, New Orleans fucking stinks.
Have you been to New Orleans before?
No, I never have. I always drive around it if I'm going.
Yeah,
dude, no. So we've done comedy there a couple times, and it always stinks. And I don't drink or do anything. Like, I don't, not anymore. And so, like, there's no reason to go to it. I was going to say there's no reason to go to a city that's filled with, like, human piss and shit, but I do live in Austin. And I am downtown.
Well, that's the
all
thing, dude.
time.
People talk about before here. I listened to podcasts. People would complain about the homeless and stuff, and then I was like, kind of not knowing what to expect. I don't think it's as bad as
It's
nearly
not-
as bad as San Diego or where I would live in.
San Diego was really bad.
San
when-
Diego and like when I was living up in Santa Monica for like a couple of months, like I lived there for like half a year, and that was L.A. and San Diego is like the mecca of homeless people. Like if you dude,
for real.
to make it as a homeless guy in L.A., you got to be on it, dude. You got to
It
be
is
on
funny.
it.
I always think about that. There's like tiers of homeless. I wonder if there's like a
An open mic
hierarchy
system.
of like yeah. like you know how like in like the comedy scene there's like the guys, right? There's like the tippity top, and then there's like the Seguras and the Rogans and all those people, and then there's like a step. I think there's like a step right below them. There's like Brian Simpson, he's like one of the guys, but he's also, you'll see him around. And then there's like door guys, and then there's like all the comics who are working and getting spots all the time, and then there's the fucking gremlins, dude.
The open mic gremlins.
Well, yeah, and it's not like doing an open mic is a bad
no,
thing.
no.
But it's just like there's like a certain. But I wonder if there's that for homeless people.
I've thought about that
Where you
just
go,
in
this guy
general.
doesn't even have a fucking sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he got bumped. Did you hear that he's working on fucking 6th now?
Yeah.
He got passed
Yeah.
at 6th.
He gets it's like he does most of his sleeping on the south side at like breweries and
Yeah,
stuff. It's like
yeah,
not really good.
yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like you hear he made it up to
You heard him. That's dude. I've had that thought about like an open mic. It's too deep of a thing too deep of a cut to actually make. But like an open mic superhero, who's like a guy who's like just like saving lives in like Idaho, and it's just like he's like, I need to get up to Chicago.
Yeah,
I gotta get to a place where I can make a real difference.
It is also funny to think, because I know this to be true, and like from my days of being a drug addict, I was never like hang out with the homeless guy drug addict, but you get way closer than you think you ever will be. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, drugs are the ultimate equalizer. Like social,
Bro.
dude, drugs are the social
equalizer.
yeah, drugs are the social equalizer for
100%.
like in high
dude.
school when you first start smoking. When you start smoking weed, you start hanging out with friend groups that you never would have talked
Yeah,
to.
because you got weed.
Yeah, because
and
you got
they
weed
have
and they got
You're
weed,
like,
and then you're like,
cool.
we should have weed together.
But it gets darker whenever you start getting into hard drugs. Like, I remember buying heroin from this dude named Daniel, and I was at his place, and he, for a brief moment, lived with this meth head named Vic, and who made great chicken noodle soup, by the way. I don't know what
The secret was love.
The secret was the secret was love, and probably meth a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it's really good. It's really easy to pay a lot of attention to your chicken noodle recipe when you have like 8 voices in your head going, "Don't forget to add the black pepper."
Yeah.
So, but like I remember like a
the
year
Great
after.
British Bake Off, but
Yeah.
it's just quackers.
Yeah, he just thinks he's in like Master Chef.
Yes, chef.
he's
He's
just-
talking to he's talking to his mirror. Yes, chef.
Yeah, he's just hallucinating Gordon Ramsay tasting his chicken noodle soup, so he's perfected it out of fear. But there was a moment where I was like at a gas station, like a year. I was still addicted to drugs, but Daniel had went off the map, probably died, or whatever. And I saw Vic outside of the gas station, like sweeping. He wasn't working there. He was just
Recreationally.
He was recreationally outside of the Circle K, sweeping up the sidewalk, picking up cigarette butts.
Yeah.
And it was crazy to me that I was like there was a part of me that wanted to be like, "Yo, Vic." Like,
Vicky.
and I'm just like a white kid, with the Bieber haircut. It really is the great equalizer.
Drugs are, dude. I remember the first time I hung out with what we were in my high school, we called the grosser kids the skanks.
Okay.
And so it would be
Kind of mean.
Yeah, 100%. But I started hanging out with skanky kids, and because I worked at a pizza place and one of them worked at a pizza place. One day we were smoking weed in the freezer, and then he was like, "Yo, when I get off at like 30 minutes, we should go to this party." And I was like, "Yeah, I might." And he was like, "I got an 8th," and I was like, "I'll be there."
Yeah.
And then when I went there, and I was like, just listening to grunge music with like kids who don't shower. And
Yeah,
I was like, "This is sick, dude." Turns out they were cool.
Yeah. Wow. Turns out people are human beings.
Yeah.
There really is in high school.
Yeah,
It's just like everything is, and then you like, there comes a moment where you get high with somebody and they're really cool, and you go, "Wow, I hated you because people told me to."
Yeah.
That's
you
cool.
you have a social awakening.
That's weird. I thought I was better than you. Turns out we're both just humans.
Yeah, dude. I heard rumors that you would eat cat meat. Turns
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
probably not true.
Or like, what was the one about the kid at your
fingering his
school
cat?
who like
Yo.
people made up that he fingered his cat?
Yeah,
and he,
there was
like,
a kid. There was a kid in my school who there was a rumor because he was playing Xbox Live with one of my friends once, and a cat started meowing. So my friend was like, "Yeah, what are you fingering that cat?" And then he like got really defensive, like, "No, I didn't finger the cat." So then everybody just started telling him he fingered this cat, and then he transferred schools,
Damn,
which is
dude.
like, dude, you getting bullied because you're fingering a cat, dude. And also, the evidence is there, by the way.
What do you mean the evidence?
If
is
you're
there?
if you're transferring schools because you're like, "I didn't finger the cat," it's like you might have fingered
dude,
the cat.
No, bro, you're like, so I used to get nicknames made about me all the time, and one of them was, actually, this might prove your point. One of them was Fat Ross, right? There was a list of them. One of them, though, one of the more popular ones was Saran Wrap Ross. I don't know if I've ever told this on the pod. This is actually kind of funny. So I was fucking my girlfriend at the time in my car, and this is when you're like 17, so you care about condoms, and I didn't have a condom, but guess what I did have? Some fucking Saran Wrap. So I just wrapped that around my dick and put it in my dude, I mean, the
Does that
links.
work?
I mean, I don't have a baby. Would I recommend it? No,
Have you ever
probably
okay,
not. But
here-
then what do? You're an idiot and you go, I can trust my friends. When you're 17 and you tell one of your boys and he tells the entire school. The entire school.
They
And
call
then
you
everybody
Ziploc
knows
bag.
that I also fucked Olivia Schick with fucking saran wrap on my dick. So she gets it. And
she
then,
gets ham sandwich nicknamed.
yeah. They call it
She
a
gets the
ham
nickname
sandwich.
ham sandwich. Now, dude, fuck, what were we just? Oh, do you ever think? I have this thought sometimes where I go, I wonder. I made it this far without being a father. Not that I'm like a pussy hound, but I've made it this far without being a father to the point where I
Yeah.
sometimes wonder, am I just like infertile? Do you ever have that thought? You
Uh,
ever have that thought where you're like, I have
I-
busted in some.
so I don't have that thought because
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not
yeah.
I'm not
No, I know.
I'm not a father, and and I'm not a father because
But you've been
of
qualified.
because of about $1,500 worth of procedures.
Because
at
of
this
about
point.
because of
There have been multiple times, dude. I don't
No.
even know.
Let's not talk about these, dude. Let's go
You
on
don't
to
wanna
a
talk
lighter
about
subject,
You don't want
dude.
to talk about the Abobos, dude?
No, dude. You Ginger's Bobo. You heard
Bro,
that
one,
song?
like, well,
But he doesn't say the word ginger. He says a different word,
one time,
and I can't say it.
this feels crazy, but I get it. One time this girl was like, hey, I have, this is going on. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, okay. And then she was like, I'm a hairstylist, because of course she is. And I don't have like a ton of money. So if you have anything, you can pitch in. And it was very telling of what she thought of me, because I sent her $100. And she was like, wow, I did not think you were going to send that much. And then later she was like, it's either between you or one other person. And I was like, I should have sent 50.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you know what? It's
I had
crazy. And then she called me she texted me one day, and she was like, I don't think I can go through with it. And I was like, I'm trying to find staircases near her house. Like, I'm like, you know what I mean?
You're
Like,
taking boxing
I'm
lessons.
like, what the fuck? Yeah, I start going working on the heavy bag in the garage, and then
You got a speed bag going.
I'm like literally like on the verge of like vomiting. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm gonna have to get like a DNA. This is gonna be months of like,
Yeah,
we have to get a
stress,
DNA
anxiety.
test, all this shit, and it's like, and then she goes, nah, I'm fucking with you. It was like the craziest bit I've ever seen in my life, and she's big on bits. I'm still friends with this girl. She's big on bits.
Crazy.
But that was
That's a
a bit
crazy
where I'm
bit.
like, that's nuts.
You go, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
a.
yeah.
Hey, let me tell you, not a good one.
Hey.
Not a good bit.
Hey, you almost ended up murdered.
I had a. I mean, I might have told this story. I don't know if I've done it on the podcast, but I was seeing a girl who was half black, half Asian.
Good for you,
When I was
dude.
in the military, yeah.
That's cool.
And she got
Which side was more prominent? Like,
it depends when she was mad at me or not.
hilarious. Well, when she was mad, she clapped in my face.
Yeah,
a
when
lot,
she was
so
mad,
it
she was
pretty
clapping in my
obvious,
face
and
a
then-
lot. No,
Yeah.
yeah, she let some words fly when she got mad,
Yeah.
and no, but she got this girl that I was seeing that was she was half black, half Asian.
She was Blasian.
She was Blasian, and I didn't know if that was a lingo I can
You're
use.
totally fine.
I'm so afraid right now. And this story is scary. And so she was pregnant, and then she told me. So we were seeing each other for like a couple weeks. Then we stopped, and because I was getting ready to deploy and whatever. And then we stopped, but then she wanted to meet up again, and so we did. And then that last time after that 3-week break, like a couple weeks later, I'm like on deployment, and she tells me that she's pregnant, and she's like, it could be yours or it could be another guy's. And she was like, it's between the two of you, and she was for sure pregnant. And let me tell you something. I had anxiety for about 9 months, and then that baby
Yeah.
came out black as hell. And I was like, let's go, dude.
But wait, it came out black, but she's black.
Yeah, but it was like,
It was between you
and a black guy.
It was between you and a black guy. So you were praying. You were praying
It's
for
not
no
mine.
cream.
There's
and not
yeah,
heavy cream.
It was not mine. There's
Yeah,
zero.
yeah,
there
yeah.
was zero chance. Let me tell you, this did not make.
She didn't give birth to Blake Griffin.
Yeah,
so you know it's
Blake
not
Griffin
you.
did not come out of there, dude. Yeah. It was yeah. So that was the scariest pregnancy scare thing that I've ever even had, because I mean not that I've had a ton.
Mm-hmm.
I mean I kind of it's less scary.
How
when
many
you're,
would you say you've had?
probably 3 major ones. It's less scary when you are
Yeah.
dating the person. Because I'm not.
Well,
I'm a serial
yeah.
monogamous. That's my thing.
Is it less scary? Because
Yeah.
I still think about like my life and like
At least it's with somebody you've established a relationship with versus like a
Yeah.
stranger. I've had one with
Yeah.
a stranger, and I was
Well-
like that was the one that was with the stranger actually.
Honestly, dude, I've had a couple. I've had what some would call a small handful.
I've had what some people would call a baker's dozen.
And I think
One for me.
Yeah. I think that it's scarier with a person you have a relationship with because I don't want a baby, whether it's a random person or a person like yet, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a person who might go, I could see a life with you. And then you're like, no, that means you might keep it. What are you doing? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yo.
I love you. I don't want to raise a kid with like because that's
Yeah,
that's how their mind works. But if it's like a random, it's
See,
like obviously
I
you
have-
shouldn't have a baby, and they're like, you're right. I don't even know your middle name,
When we, yeah.
and I'm like, it's Andrew. You start lying.
Yeah, and my last name.
Yeah.
No, see, I think that that's a good point. I also think that I've talked about how I get mistaken for trans, and I think that
Yeah.
I have a lady brain
You think you have a lady brain?
because I'm like a
Do you think there
serial
was
monogamous.
any chance that you were like maybe like
I do
like-
have small balls too.
no, but like you
yo,
have
like, it's-
small balls.
I
You
have a
have
dump
like
truck.
you have a fucking fat lady ass, dude, and then.
I've got the
And
craziest
then you
ass.
do kind of look like maybe like a
I got
like a
androgynous
F
look.
to M.
Yeah.
And like, do you ever think like how sometimes like there's twins in the womb and then one absorbs the other? Do you think that you had like a female twin and you absorbed them and that's why you're like this?
You
You know what I
and, well,
mean?
I think the evidence could be there. I'm
Yeah.
scared because you know how they say like, have you ever seen like the chromosome test where they like when they'll do like and this is a thing that I'm for sure misremembering from community college. So do you
Yeah.
remember? Have you ever seen those things where they'll actually like look at the chromosomes of a trans like F to M, M to F, and they have the XY chromosome is like skewed in some way where it looks like there's actual evidence. Can you pull this up so I'm not just Google trans man getting fucked in the ass and I can do you Google no Google like trans chromosome evidence or something like that. Just let's see what.
So while he looks this up, I do want to go on record and say they have no business teaching this in community college.
Yeah, it was a sex class. So yeah, so there's some type of thing. This is I don't know
Oh,
if
man.
this highlights anything. This is way too wordy, but basically there was some type of actual evidence where there's hormonal imbalances to the point where it might support the idea of that
Yeah.
you physically could have some type of thing. I don't know. I don't remember the article fully, but I think that I could be a case study for this because I've got
So,
puffy
yeah,
nipples,
so
I got a fat ass,
what you're
a female
trying
brain,
to
small balls.
say is there something you want to tell us
I
today?
might go by Jonica.
Jonica, why? Okay, so
I wanted to invent the name. That's a real name.
Josiah.
You know what?
What would Lady Josh be?
What the girl I had a crush on in middle school used to call me Joshua.
Joshua?
So if you listen to this, Sam.
I think that you could. I legit, as a appreciator of the arts, I think that you could, if you really went full tilt on the transition, I think you could be a passable and
No, dude, you saw me in that wig on that Halloween
no,
episode.
but that was rough, dude. People did,
Yo.
by the way, people did not like that.
I did not either.
People
dude.
were like jump scared.
I
which
know,
is
dude. That
hilarious.
hurt my feelings,
Yeah,
bro.
but
You think that?
I do think given enough hormones and given a dedication to it and the
I got
rump
the frame.
the rump you have, yeah, you'd have to lose some muscle mass for sure.
Yeah,
And I do think you could pull it off.
I could start doing yoga-based workouts.
Yeah, you could get lean.
I could get leaner, which is always a thing that I will always want to do. I always think I'm gonna start fucking really caring about like
Yeah.
aesthetics, and then I'm like, yo, I'll
And-
see photos, dude. We had like a photographer come and take our photos for like advertisement
show.
shits, like marketing stuff for ads and shit. And so I hired this photographer. I was looking at these photos and I was like, yo, yo, my nipples are showing in my roll is
they're not,
hanging.
dude. You are. This
It's
is another.
crazy.
Here's another way you act like a fucking woman. Is you're always like, my fucking nipples look terrible in this shirt. You're like, look at dude. This lady took like fucking literally 1,000 pictures,
1,400.
and like 200 of them are you. And you're like, I don't look good in fucking any of these. It's like, shut up, dude. You look totally fine. You're like, no, look how much fun Jack looks like he's having in his pictures. And I look at me. I look like shit. Like you literally are a woman, dude. All right, that's
Josh
it for
is
Triple F.
trans,
Josh
bro.
is trans.